Hello, I'm Dr. Victoria Brooks. Every day, I share real effective ways to help men restore their strength and confidence. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out. Let's get started. If you're a man over 50, I want you to pay close attention because if you started waking up more than once each night to urinate, or if you've noticed that your bladder never seems to feel completely empty, no matter how long you stand there, or that you have to wait for the stream to begin, these are not just signs of getting older. They're messages. Clear, physical messages from your body that something deeper is changing inside you. Most men dismiss these signs for years. They tell themselves it's just part of aging, that everyone their age has to get up at night, that it's normal to feel weak or flow. But as someone who has treated thousands of men for prostate and urinary conditions, I can tell you confidently, these are not random changes. They're the early, reversible stages of something called prostate imbalance, a condition that builds up quietly, year after year, from the smallest daily habits most men never think twice about. And here's the truth. It's not your age doing this to you. It's your routine, small, repeated behaviors that slowly place stress on the bladder, restrict circulation, and make the prostate grow heavier and tighter until it starts to interfere with the way your body functions. See? The good news? Once you understand what these habits are and how to replace them, your body can rebalance naturally. I've seen men in their 70s who thought their urinary problems were permanent experience real improvement simply by changing these daily patterns. The body has an incredible capacity to heal once you stop doing the things that quietly work against it. So in today's video, we'll go step by step through 3 everyday habits that silently contribute to prostate enlargement and how to fix them safely, naturally, and effectively. By the end, you'll not only understand why this happens, but you'll have a clear roadmap for supporting your prostate health for years to come. Let's start with habit number 1, holding your urine too long. Almost every man does it. You're driving, watching TV, working, or out running errands. You feel the urge, but tell yourself, I'll go later. It seems harmless, but this simple delay creates repeated stress inside your lower urinary tract. Here's what's happening inside your body. Your prostate sits directly beneath the bladder, surrounding the urethra, the narrow tube that carries urine out. Think of it like a soft, flexible ring through which everything must pass. When you consistently hold in urine, your bladder stretches upward and downward under pressure. The downward expansion presses directly onto the prostate. Over time, this pressure acts like a slow, constant weight on delicate tissue. That compression makes the prostate irritated and inflamed. The more it swells, the tighter it becomes around the urethra, and the more the bladder has to work to push urine through. This cycle continues for years, until one day you realize that your stream has weakened, your urgency has increased, and you're waking up at night because your bladder never truly empties. In medical terms, we call this bladder outlet obstruction, and it's one of the most common patterns I see in men over 50. But it often begins decades earlier, with the simple habit of waiting too long to urinate. So the fix is simple, but powerful. Go when you feel the need. Don't wait until the urge becomes intense or uncomfortable. Allowing your bladder to empty when it first signals reduces pressure on the prostate and helps your entire urinary system stay in better rhythm. Hey, over time, this small shift relieves tension, promotes healing, and can even help the prostate gradually shrink back to a healthier state. Now, let's talk about habit number 2, ignoring constipation. This one surprises most men because they don't see the connection between the digestive system and the prostate. But anatomically, they're neighbors. When your bowels are full, especially with hard, compacted stool, They press directly against the prostate from behind. Imagine a firm sponge with a brick sitting on top of it all day. That's what happens to your prostate when your colon is backed up. This constant pressure restricts blood flow, irritates the nerves, and triggers inflammation. And that inflammation doesn't stay contained, it spreads into surrounding tissue, creating a low-grade environment that encourages prostate growth over months and years. This can become a key driver of what's medically known as benign prostatic hyperplasia, or BPH. But that's not the only danger. When stool stays too long in the intestines, it alters your gut bacteria, your microbiome, and that imbalance increases inflammation throughout the entire body. It's like adding fuel to a slow-burning fire that affects your immune system, hormones, and yes, your prostate. The modern diet only makes things worse. Too much red meat, processed foods, cheese, and refined carbohydrates, and far too little fiber and water lead to sluggish digestion and chronic mild constipation. You might not even realize it's happening because it builds up gradually. So how do you reverse this? Start gently increasing your fiber intake through real food, cooked vegetables, fruits like prunes, apples or pears, and whole grains like oats or barley. Add simple digestive helpers like chia or ground flax seeds. Drink more water, at least 1 glass with every meal. When your bowels move freely, the pressure behind your prostate disappears. Circulation improves. Inflammation cools. Many men notice less urgency, stronger flow, and deeper, uninterrupted sleep within weeks of improving digestion. Remember, your digestive health and prostate health are deeply connected. Taking care of one supports the other. Now, let's move on to habit number 3, sitting for long periods without movement. This is one of the most underestimated health hazards for men. When you sit for hours each day at a desk, in front of the TV, or in your favorite chair, you reduce blood flow to the pelvic area. That's the region where your prostate, bladder, and reproductive organs live. Your body is built for motion. The muscles in your legs, hips, and lower abdomen act like pumps, helping circulation and lymph flow. When you stop moving, that system slows down. The pelvic region becomes stagnant. Nutrients arrive more slowly, waste removal weakens, and low-level inflammation builds. The prostate is especially sensitive to this stagnation. It depends on fresh oxygen and blood flow to stay healthy. When circulation is restricted, the gland becomes congested, swollen, and tender. Over time, this silent inflammation contributes to enlargement and urinary discomfort. So what can you do about it? You don't need to become an athlete. Just introduce what I call movement snacks. Every 30 to 45 minutes, stand up, stretch, walk across the room, or take a few deep breaths while gently rotating your hips and legs. These small actions stimulate circulation and remind your body to stay active. Think of your prostate like a living sponge. If it never moves, it stiffens and collects waste. But even small, consistent movement refreshes it, keeping the tissue soft, oxygenated, and resilient. Now let's bring it all together. The 3 everyday habits that quietly contribute to prostate problems are 1. Holding your urine too long. 2. Ignoring constipation. 3. Sitting for hours without movement. Individually, each one might seem small, but together, repeated over years, they create a powerful downward spiral of pressure, inflammation, and imbalance. The good news is that reversing this process doesn't require medication or surgery. It starts with awareness. By changing these 3 habits, you give your body space to heal naturally. Your bladder begins to function more freely. Your circulation improves. Nighttime trips to the bathroom decrease, and your energy, focus, and confidence begin to return. I've seen it happen countless times. Men in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s reclaim their comfort and control simply by shifting these everyday routines. So, if you've been feeling frustrated, uncomfortable, or even a little worried, take heart. You are not stuck and you are not powerless. Your prostate isn't the enemy. It's simply responding to the conditions you've given it. Support it, and it will support you. If you found this information helpful, don't forget to subscribe and share this video with a friend who might need it. Sometimes the smallest pieces of knowledge create the biggest changes. Remember, your health isn't behind you, it's within your reach.